Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you're all fine. Are you all ready for the class? Okay, fine. What we have learned in the last class, do you remember? About whom we have learned? About a girl. What is her name? Malala Yousafzai, isn't it? Malala Yousafzai. She is from Pakistan. And what is her memoir? What is the title of her memoir? I am Malala. And what is the title of your first lesson? Why I don't wear earrings. Okay. In the first class, we have learned something about the background of Pakistan and gender equality, isn't it? In this class, we shall learn about something which happened in the childhood of Malala. Okay? When Malala was a school girl, she was studying 6th or 7th standard. She was the topper in the class. And she got first mark in all the subjects. Which is your favorite subject? Your language paper? Or your foreign language or your second language English, mathematics, science, social science, which is your favorite subject? Malala is good in all subjects, and also she will help her classmates, she will help her friends who are feeling difficulties in learning. Will you help your friends when they ask you any doubt? You have to help them. You should not say, I don't know anything. You please ask someone. You should not say. Okay, you should help them. If you know anything, if your friends do not know the same subject, you can teach them. You can help them to learn. Okay, students? And Malala's classmates will call her as a genius girl. Malala is a genius girl. And Malala will participate in everything. She will participate in badminton, drama, cricket, art, and even singing, though she is not good. We are all intelligent. We all have some skills. Some of you may be good in singing. Some of you may be good in dancing, maybe in playing games. Isn't it? Malala is good in all these activities: badminton, drama, cricket, art, singing. And one day, a new girl named Malka-e-Noor joined in their class. A newcomer in their class. What is her name? Malka-e-Noor. We all have our own name, isn't it? Our name is our identity. Some of our names have a hidden meaning within it. This Malka-e-Noor's name means Queen of Light. What is the meaning of Malka-e-Noor? Queen of Light. And she wished to become the first female army chief in Pakistan. That is her aim. We all have our own aims, isn't it? Some of you may wish to become a teacher. Some of you may wish to become a doctor. Some of you may wish to become a scientist, a journalist. Some of you may wish to join in the Indian Army, isn't it? Similarly, this Malka-e-Noor also wants to become Pakistan's first female army chief. Her mother was a teacher. Do you know who is the first female army chief in India? Do you know what is her name? Her name is Punita Arora. Punita Arora is the first female army chief in India. Will you find out who is the first female army chief in Pakistan? I'll ask you in the next class. Okay. This Malka-e-Noor's mother is a teacher, but not in this same school. She is working as a teacher in another school. That is an unfamiliar thing because in Pakistan, Malala is unfamiliar with this. A mother is working outside the home. Mothers will not go out for work. But this Malka-e-Noor's mother is a teacher. It's something unfamiliar to Malala. And Malala is saying about her class incidents that Malala's competitor in class is Moniba. Moniba is her best friend and she is her competitor in class. Moniba's handwriting is very beautiful and her presentation is very, very good. But Malala is good in her content. Content means the subject matter. If I am asking a question, what is your name? If you are writing I am fine, is that the correct answer? No, it is wrong, isn't it? So if you are writing, though you are writing I am fine in a good handwriting, will I give you a mark? No, because the answer is completely wrong, isn't it? So handwriting is important, but the content matter, the subject matter is more important than our handwriting. So Moniba is good in handwriting and Malala is good in her subject matter, that is content. When the end of the exams, Malala is shocked because that Malka-e-Noor came first and Malala started crying. Because till that day, Malala got first rank, Malala got first mark in all subjects, and now this newcomer Malka-e-Noor got first. And Malala is started crying and her mother comforted her. And by this time, Malala's family shifted their house from one street to another street. Till that, they were in a place, but now they shifted their home from that place to another place. At first, they were living with Moniba in the same street, but now they shifted their house, and here she has no friends. And one day, her neighborhood Safina, she knew Safina and they started to play again. They became friends. But this Safina is younger than Malala. Though she is younger than Malala, they play games. As we are kids, we will play with all other friends. So we will not look at the age, isn't it? So similarly, Malala is playing with Safina, who is younger than Malala. And this Safina is a pampered girl. Her parents will not scold her, they will not say anything to her, this Safina. So she will do anything she wants. And this Safina is having so many toys, dolls, and she has a shoebox with full of jewelry. And Malala is having a pink plastic phone. Have you all seen that pink color plastic, that toy phone? You're all familiar with that toy phone, I hope. Actually, Malala is following her father's footsteps. Her father is her role model here. And her father is having a mobile phone with him, and he will talk in that mobile phone, and Malala will observe that. Malala will copy the same. Malala will imitate the same. Malala will pretend the same. Pretending means imitating, copying how her father speaks to others through phone. And she will look and she will observe everything and she will repeat the same. One day, this Safina steals her mobile phone, Malala's mobile phone. And Malala found that Safina has taken my mobile phone. And she asked Safina, "Did you take my mobile phone, Safina?" And this Safina said, "No." Then Malala said, "Then what about this phone?" Safina replies that, "I bought it from the bazaar. I bought it from the shop. I bought it from the market. This is not your phone." But Malala knows that toy phone is Malala's own. This Safina has stolen her phone. And Malala decides that she did this to me, so I will also do the same to her. And Malala go to her house and started to steal Safina's things like her jewelries, earrings, necklaces. At first, this became a thrill to Malala, but later it's a compulsion for her. She can't stop that. Students, from this what we have learned? We should not take others' things, others' objects without their permission. If you are taking something, pencil or pen or textbook or anything from your friends, you just ask them, shall I take this? Would you please give me your pencil? Then if they give, you can use it, or else you should not take others' things. Is that clear? Even in your house, don't take your sister's things like a dress or soap or a comb, anything without their permission. If they give, you just use it, or else don't take anything without getting permission. This is enough for today's class. We shall see the rest of the story in the next class. Okay, students? Students, it's time to learn grammar. In the last class, do you remember what we have learned? We have learned about pronoun and subjective case of pronoun, isn't it? What's the pronoun? A pronoun is a word that is used in the place of a noun. For example, Malala is a social activist. Malala is the noun. It's a naming word, isn't it? So instead of Malala, we are using she is a social activist. So here she is the pronoun. Malala is the noun. Instead of that noun, we are using she, and so this is pronoun. Now we are going to learn about objective case of pronoun. When a pronoun is the object of the verb, it is the objective case of pronoun. This objective case of pronoun will come only after the verb. And it is used when something is being done, something gets over, something is already done. For example, I love my country. I already told you that objective cases will come only after verb. I love my country. Here I, subject, love, verb, my country. Here I am using objective case. Okay. For your understanding and save, these pronouns like I, you, he, she, it, we, they will come when they are in objective case of pronoun. They will turn, they are changed into, I will change into me, you the same you, it also will not change, the same it. He will change into him, she will change into her, we will change into us, they will change into them. For example, in your textbook, in page number 12, we can see, she is doing this to me and I will do the same to her. Here she is the pronoun, subjective case of pronoun. She is doing this to me. Here Malala is referred as me here, and this is the objective case of pronoun. I changed into me in the objective case of pronoun. She is doing this to me and I will do the same to her. Here I is the subject and subjective case of pronoun her. Same to her. Her means objective case of pronoun. Is that clear? Can you understand? She is doing this to me and I will do the same to her. Here the words she and I are subjective case of pronoun. Me and her are objective case of pronoun. Can you understand? Students, it's time to read the text. So take page number 11. Take page number 11. Shall we read now? Why I don't wear earrings, from I am Malala. Look at the bottom of the page. By the age of 7, I was used to being top of my class. I was the one who would help other pupils who had difficulties. Malala is a genius girl, my class fellows would say. What's the meaning of genius? showing unusually great intelligence or skill. I was also known for participating in everything: badminton, drama, cricket, art, even singing, though I wasn't very good. So, when a new girl named Malka joined our class, I didn't think anything of it. Her name means Queen of Light, and she said she wanted to be Pakistan's first female army chief. Her mother was a teacher at a different school, which was unusual as none of our mothers worked. To begin with, she didn't say much in class. The competition was always between me and my best friend Moniba, who had beautiful writing and presentation, which the examiners liked, but I knew I could beat her on content. So, when we did the end of year exams and Malka came first, I was shocked. At home, I cried and had to be comforted by my mother. Here, presentation means the way a student presents his or her work, content, subject matter. Next paragraph. Around that time, we moved away from where we had been living on the same street as Moniba to an area where I didn't have any friends. On our new road, there was a girl called Safina who was younger than me, and we started to play together. She was a pampered girl who had lots of dolls and a shoebox full of jewelry. What is pampered? Spoiled. But she kept eyeing the pink plastic pretend mobile phone my father had bought me, which was one of the few toys I had. My father was always talking on his mobile, so I loved to copy him and pretend to make calls on mine. One day it disappeared. A few days later, I saw Safina playing with a phone exactly the same as mine. Where did you get that? I asked. I bought it in the bazaar, she said. I realize now she could have been telling the truth, but back then I thought, she is doing this to me, and I will do the same to her. I used to go to her house to study, so whenever I was there, I would pocket her things, mostly toy jewelry like earrings and necklaces. It was easy. At first, stealing gave me a thrill, but that did not last long. Soon it became a compulsion. What's the meaning of compulsion? A strong desire to do something that is wrong or silly. Now Malala also started to steal, and now it became a compulsion for her. I did not know how to stop. That's all for today's class, students. Did you all listen to me carefully? If you have any doubt, please ask me. Okay. See you all in the next class. Thank you. Students, I am assigning you some homeworks. Already in the first class, I have told you to write few examples for subjective cases, isn't it? Did you all write? Okay. And today, you have to write 5 sentences, 5 examples for each of the objective cases. Okay? For each of the objective cases, you have to write 5 examples, 5 sentences for each one. This is one homework. And the other homework, students, we have already learned what is memoir, isn't it? What is a memoir? Memoir is a book, something. It's a book or something which is written by the author. If I am writing about myself, my life's events, that is a memoir. The author is writing about his own life's events. This is a memoir, isn't it? You have got a clear idea about memoir now. Will you write a memoir of your own? First, you should give a title for your memoir, and then you have to write any event from your life. Maybe your last birthday party or your last school anniversary or something that is unforgettable in your life. Will you write it? First, what you should do? First, you should select a title. And then, here what Malala did. Malala has written her memoir and it has so many chapters in it. But for now, for your purpose, I am saying first choose a title, maybe your name. I am Malala. Similarly, you can write, I don't know your names. I am Griffin. Okay. Or you can write your name or some anything or special words you can use. Can you understand? So at first what you have to do? You have to select a title for your memoir. In the first class I have told you, are you writing your diaries now? You should mention the date and write what happened on that day. For example, today you have attended your English class, isn't it? So put the date and write it. So I hope you all will write a memoir with you. When the school reopens, I'll surely ask you to submit it to the school. Okay? Will you all do it? Take a note, just take a 40-page note. Write the dates and at first select a topic, select a title and write something that is unforgettable and a memorable instant in your life. This is the second homework for you. And another thing in the class I have told you, what is that? You have to find out who is the first female army chief in Pakistan. In India, Punita Arora is the first female army chief. What about Pakistan? You have to find it out and tell me, okay? Is that clear, students?